Hey. All right. No one's in the room yet, but I never had a chance to go live on YouTube yet. This is my first time. Pretty pumped. I don't know why it's different than Facebook. It's the same thing, like video is video, but you're like, oh, my friends from when I was 6, 7, 8, they're gonna judge me harder, and they all know me on Facebook. But the people on YouTube I didn't know before I started making YouTube videos, so I can say anything on YouTube, but on Facebook, gotta be careful what I say. But the reality is, it's blended, man. We're just who we are. Put this online anywhere it goes, I guess. I just happened to get into it before that was a norm. I think, I allow myself to be twisted by it. Anyway, here I am streaming live on my YouTube channel for the first time ever in existence. Epic. If you have something you want to tell me, hi, someone's watching right now. What is going on? I don't know how it's going to happen, if it's going to pop up, or all live chat messages. Yeah. Type something and I'll tell you if I see it. Yes, I see it. Hello, Paul. Excellent. Beyond phenomenal to see you, my friend. I always get really annoyed when John McCain used to call people his friend that he didn't know, so I know we haven't really met before, but hey, Paul. Hey, someone else is here too. Hello. Me and Paul are just hanging out on this fucking one button. It's one button, dude. It's been here all along. Oh, another person came. Hi, guys. This is great. Hey, and another person came. Hey. Hey, Dark Horse. You want to mine them? What do you want to mine out of the moon? I'll tell you, I'm thinking about the danger of mining lately. People can print carbon dioxide, graphene out of carbon dioxide, rather than having to mine it. I know I screamed a video about mining the moon and then I regretted it. Because why mine it? I don't want to destroy the moon with mining. Unless we have to, but I don't think we have to. I mean, there might be some great stuff on the moon. Hey, mean black dude. It's great to see you too, my friend. I mean, I know you. I mean, we're kind of friends. Like, friends through the ether, right? Dude, you guys. This is like, if we need to communicate, which we kind of do right now, need to communicate, like the people of Earth, we can do it on this. This is incredible, you guys. I mean, what gets messy is when you have 60 plus people responding to you at once and you can't get back to all 60 of them at once. And then the ones that you don't get back to get angry. So it's like you got to create an AI that is you, that can answer questions for you, maybe. Or just one person not take on too much load. Hi, another person came. I mean, people are coming and leaving. It's not like it's that big of a deal, but what's going on, man? Or woman, or woman, man. Man's short for male and female, right? Okay. Well, you guys are here. You're welcome to just say anything, woman. Hey, Tiffaroo. Aruru. Great film out called Moon about mining and clones. That's pretty interesting. Put a link to something in the chat, maybe. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, cloning is very interesting, isn't it? Okay. I feel like while we're all here, it's an opportunity to I got nothing, man. I got nothing. I drank too much wine. I'm just chilling out. Just had a big swig of wine and I'm getting slightly a little drunker for it. I think that fixing the planet is a lot easier than people think. Listen, Tiffaruru. Thank you. Thank you for watching and listening and offering your advice and being here. Okay, Dark Horse, I'm going to talk about 2018. Yeah, autonomous animation, like I mean, you could be connected to the AI, so you could be interacting with the AI as it's doing it for you, kind of like a bicycle wheel. You're just doing the little part, and the big parts, and you could have like multiple AIs moving for you. 28, buy Ripple, cryptocurrency, buy Bitcoin, turn it into Ripple, or buy Litecoin, go to Coinbase.com, buy cryptocurrency, turn it into Ripple, because the transaction system is going to convert to digital currency, and instead of 3 days for a credit card transaction to go through from America to Japan, it's going to be 15. Facilitates that. Although it may not be the best long-term crypto investment, Ripple is 2018. 2018. Well, 2018 is whatever we want. This is we're building. We could legit choose what's coming. Ripple is RIPPLE, and it is a cryptocurrency that's been developed since around 2012 that specifically facilitates financial transactions on the blockchain. Now, you can take this, but I don't think the reception is going to make it. Yeah, Ripple, XRP. If you want to look it up on the market, and Ripple, as you spelled it, mean black dude. I need to go later right now, but I can introduce you guys to him. So maybe I'll go off Wi-Fi. I think it's going to cut out my internet. You know, I may have to come back on. Although I could just keep talking and oh no, okay, he's on his way. Yes, Ripple is the best cryptocurrency. I think get ready to hear a lot about Ripple. It's about to surpass Bitcoin in the market cap. It is just, and it's happening for a reason because a lot of the banking industry is behind it. A bunch of Japanese companies took it on today. 2018. What do you guys want to do in 2018? I want to terraform Mars. I'd like to start heating up the planet. I'd like to clean the plastic out of the Pacific Ocean using buoyant slats technology of catching the current. So you're actually using the ocean's current to draw the trash into his netting system. I'd like to spray water into the ozone in 2018 and release a lot of methane into the atmosphere maybe, or into the earth. At least I'd like to experiment with that. My predictions for 2018, dude, Ripple. Cryptocurrency is completely changing the world. We thought the Federal Reserve was the problem and that we had to repeal the Federal Reserve Act, I thought. The technology obsoletizes the Federal Reserve. So get your cryptocurrency now, start investing in the future, and decentralization of tactics, micro communities. I mean, it enables us to interconnect in a way that's sustainable. Like you can have 60 friends and be in a small community that's hyper connected to a nearby community of 60 friends, and you can all live in the same building, but you have these more articulate hyper connections. 2018, a lot of video games in 2018. The video game industry overtakes the movie industry in 2018. You realize that you are the main character of the movie. Yeah, Litecoin will pop. I keep telling my friends that, well, I don't keep telling them, but I have told a few friends that Litecoin's the best 8-day buy-in if you want to buy crypto right now, because it's 230, 240. I can see it go to 270 in 8 days. Bitcoin, maybe it'll be 14 or 16, but Bitcoin fluctuates every 2 days, so you got to be careful. Bitcoin Cash might be a good buy-in, actually. But I think Litecoin is going to go up to $500. But I actually followed the guy who runs Litecoin on Twitter, and he's a douche. He kind of is like a flitterbrain, so he doesn't seem to take the project too seriously. So maybe long-term, Litecoin's not the best. I think it just fits the criteria of Coinbase, so it got listed. It's been around for a long time. Hyper-connected, meaning that you can interact with people in a more effective way, easier. $2018. I want to keep talking about 2018. I go for a run. 2018. Let's see. What could happen in 2018 that is very likely? 2018. Peace deals. That's very possible because our economies are merging in such a drastic way that's beyond governmental affiliation. We can easily communicate with hypering neighbors or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, you could definitely impeach the president. I mean, what you really want to do is you could utilize that law if there's reason for it. I have no problems with that. But you could change the way that the structure of the government works. You could really start to do that in 2018, but I think maybe that's 2019 or 2024 actually. Hypercurrency. Drink less or more. 2018 is the year of health. Dude, if there's ever a year for health, it's this year. It's the year that everyone knows what the fuck's going on. Hypergenesis. We're talking about regrowing cellular membranes with stuff like this. Lion's mane. This is a mycelium. It's a fucking fungus that regrows dead brain cells, man. Someone just said something and I missed it because I was so emoting the lion's mane, which I'm going to eat one of right now. Hold on, I'll see your text in a second. Sorry about that. Yeah, 2018 is the year of health. Or we're manifesting it right now. Yes! Did you see that head transplant? A guy got a legit baby had like a head transplant. 2018 is the year of articulation for me. I'm tired of saying black and white. I'm tired of saying words that aren't accurate because it's easy. I'm tired of it. I dipped into it from 2012 to now and nothing good came out of it. Or maybe the fact that I realized how bad it was is a good thing that came out of it. Transplantations, cellular realignment, cellular regeneration. We're talking artificial limbs that become real limbs, like blending of what is artificial and real. You know, synthetic and natural. It's like one thing. We are natural. Human beings come from nature. All the metal that we solder with heat is all very natural. It happens. We just focus the natural behavior into a new form of natural. And we're creating like out of graphene. 2018 is the year of graphene. You want to talk about 2018? Invest in graphene. Graphene is the steel of the 21st century. It's hyperconductive. It's more conductive than copper. It's stronger than steel. It's lighter than paper, I think. And it's stronger than you can crumple it up like it's paper. And you can make it like wallpaper. You can actually build houses out of it, and it can be like your computer monitor. I usually drink about 1 to 3 cups of coffee every. I usually drink about 2 to 4 cups of coffee every 2 days. Here's my coffee maker. It's empty right now. But caffeine's a good drug. 2018 is the year of legalizing mushrooms. In Washington State and California State, there's a proposition that sounds very promising about legalizing medicinal mushrooms for the psilocybin because... Oh, caffeine? Phoenix, are you talking about caffeine? It's, Or are you talking about psilocybin? Okay, now I've talked enough about 2018. What do you guys think 2018 is about? The year of caffeine. There's 8 people in here. What do you guys think 2018 is about? What do you want it to be? Right, yeah. It's easy to think what you don't want it to be, but think about what you want it to be. I plan on doing that in January. DMT, that is, in Peru. Ayahuasca ceremony. So when you meditate, do you guys meditate? And keep. Do you? Yeah, that's what it seems like. Yeah, it seems like we all knew that the age of this was coming, and like after the internet appeared, we're like, oh, sci-fi becomes reality. Here's the next sci-fi. 12 years go by. Now people have like bionic limbs. Robots are doing backflips and shit. Yeah. VR, if you've used HTC Vive, that's the Steam's fucking head. Geez, that's just the beginning. I want to get the it's not quite good enough, you know? Yeah, the Oculus is not quite good enough. I need it to be like a full room where I can just like get I think that's why graphene's so integral in the VR revolution. So, but what you want to invest in when you're investing in gold and silver and graphene and metals and stuff, you want to invest in the mining companies of gold. Because if gold gets valuable, it's the mining companies that become huge. The gold itself, yeah, It's nice to have on hand for the whole apocalyptic, never going to happen situation that is always in the Bible and shit. But like investing in the mining company is where you're really going to make money on a gold, on a metal boom. So palladium mining, palladium is coming for cold fusion. You need it for cold fusion. Palladium mining is a fantastic opportunity to invest in. Oh, I missed the fucking chat. How do I get back to there? It is. So the way crypto, I'm going down. Yeah, I'm going down to Peru in January. So January 11th, I'm flying to Peru until the 25th, and my friend Ramona has a ayahuasca retreat down there, and she saw this village of Bailin. And in Bailin, the people don't have like a lot of like education, so they're shitting in the river and they're throwing the trash in the river. And every year, the river rises and it carries it back out to the Pacific or into the Amazon. So she saw it and she was like, "Oh my God, I need to help these people." So she clean, you know. So she like inspired a bunch of the villagers and a bunch of local people to come help clean. And she like came back to the U.S. and got some people to throw in some money, and she got a bunch of bags and gloves and masks and went down there and was like, "Let's do it." And local radio came out, national radio came out, made a video, huge, hundreds of thousands of hits on Facebook, and got all this attention. And all these people came out and cleaned 8,000 bags in 11 days, 7,000 bags in 11 days. So I was like, you know, if there's ever a time to sell a zero point 0.1 Bitcoin is for that person to help buy bags because she needs bags because her investor pulled out. So I bought a bunch of bags and gloves or whatever the fuck we need, and I'm flying down there on January 11th for like 5 days to clean, and then we're gonna do an ayahuasca ceremony for 7 days. It's like 7 days and 7 days. My point is, I guess it's just that I'm doing something. Is that we can use cryptocurrency to start to unite the people that they can leapfrog the level of technology that we thought was normal for the last 150 years. So all these people, we can just like solar panels in every roof, interconnected, social currency, fun friends, everyone's got a phone, fuck it, you know. Trying to see the text. You know, I agree with you, Phoenix. Bitcoin is not stable right now because people are selling it to buy Ripple. So don't rely on any one cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is the mask. If you have it, buy Ripple with it right now, I would say. Probably. I mean, if you're going to go anything other than day trading, buy Ripple right now with it. Binsk. What's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Woman. Man. Who gives a fuck, right? Consciousness. Hello. Elevated. Please, please. Bring me back on to what so where were we going? What's the point of all this? Oh, that's what I'm asking myself. So going down there to help these people, right? All these people, help these human animals. And then what I think I'm going to do, so I contacted this cryptocurrency company called Humanic, HUMANIQ. And if you can look them up online, they have a crypto token that John McAfee recommended. And John McAfee on Twitter, follow him on Twitter, he talks about he's read all the white papers, he talks about great cryptos to invest in, like companies that are doing good stuff. McAfee, you know, if you know anything about John McAfee, he invented the McAfee virus scanner, sold it like 20 years ago, 15 years ago. And he's like a free speech activist, crypto enthusiast. So he turned me on to Humanic, and I contacted. They go around to like Bill Gates is in with them, and they go around to different like places in the world that don't have any currency, and start a community of currency. Like they'll bring it to the community, and they'll give everybody 50 Humanics to get started, or Humanique, however the fuck you want to say. So I contacted them to maybe do something like that in like a tribal village. But Ramona is setting up like an education systems. So I'm missing. Oh, you guys are doing the chat. Keep the chat coming. If you need me to say something, I need to make sure that I don't miss anything. But let me know if you need me to say something. She's in the education because the people need to know that about sanitation. I think is one of the most. We're going to teach the kids like wash your hands. This is why you don't poop in the water. The bacteria, and you know, yeah. And which is the best currency? I see what you're saying. Oh, Ripple's the best currency right now. Yeah, McAfee's tripping hard, probably tripping. That's why I'm so inspired to make this. I read that tweet. I was like, dude, he's on acid. He's he's living the life. That guy is very inspirational. He's like my uncle, Uncle Michael Aylward. If you guys don't know the band Tin Huey, check him out. Michael Aylward was one of the guitarists for Tin Huey in the '70s. He's a maniac. Kind of reminds me of Mac. I love John McAfee. I love John McAfee. He's a really he's a nice guy. I'm glad he's out there. Yeah, he's balls deep in some acid right now. Well, DMT is a tool that you can use to cure depression, but you have to cure it. So, similar to mushrooms, you know. Exactly. You have Rappaport about the heat that it takes, all the energy that it takes to crunch these numbers. What they're doing is called it's called exergy, and what that means is the heat that's lost in the process is reused. So it's used to heat water tanks that are then used to heat houses. Yeah, I'd like to get us all together. Like if we could somehow get Elon Musk, McAfee, and Paul. I know what you mean. We are, and I agree with you, Paul. We will, and we actually are evolving. This is the whole point of like, I don't know, because I care about you and like I want to know who you are, but at the same time, if I get too concerned with you and who you are, then it fucks everything up. So yeah, we got to get past like the ego. Ripple is more difficult to buy. Happy New Year, Dark Horse. Than Bitcoin right now effect because you have to buy something other than Ripple first, unless you have $100,000 or more, which maybe you do. But if you don't, you got to go to like something like Coinbase. Start off with a currency that has been accepted by that website: Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin. 4 of them. So one of those 4, you buy. 8 days later, Coinbase puts it in your account. Then you send it to an exchange like Bitrex, BITTREX.com. Binance, BINANCE.com, and so many more. There's like 4,000 of these exchanges right now. You send it to one where it has the tokens on it or the coins on it. The coins and tokens are different, by the way. That has the ones you want to buy, because not all the exchanges have the same ones on them. And then once the Bitcoin gets there, which can take 1 to 7 hours, it usually takes like 15 minutes to an hour. The occasional time, it'll be 4 hours later. You never know. Once it gets there, you sell it for the Ripple. So yeah, it's a ridiculous 8-day process. If you're even remotely thinking it's going to be something that happens, borrow money. I mean, I don't want to. I'm not giving exact. I'm not saying like, hey, I'm the reason you did all this, but I'm considering borrowing money so that in 8 days I can get paid and just pay back. Because in 8 days, if I wait, and then 16 days, that's a long time to wait on Ripple right now. I have about, well, it's hard to say. Okay, Tifaruru, I'm going to talk about how much I have in currency and everything. Have you tried that process for Ripple? Yeah, I have effect. That's exactly how I did it all. Yeah, that's exactly it. And it takes about the same amount, Phoenix, to get back in your bank account. Actually, it goes faster. Last time I did it was like 2 days, 2 business days. They say like 3 to 5 business days. It was 2 business days I got it. So when I got into cryptocurrency, I bought half a Bitcoin. And that was in 2013 when it was $800. And that was way after I should have bought it. And I was like, you know what? It's gone up, out of control, spiraling. I can't afford a whole Bitcoin. I'll just get half a Bitcoin. Not realizing that the number 1 and 0 and 2 and 5, they don't matter in this market. It's a percentage-based economy. So it doesn't matter how many of something you have. It matters what percentage of your investment is going up or down, and how fast it's going, or how much. So I put basically $400 in, and then it went up. 0.5 Bitcoin. It went up to 8,000. Sold half of it for 4. I sold it for $4,000, or so. I've sold most of it. I kept 0.25 of it. I sold half of it for like 2,000 in like 2015, and then I sold 0.1 of it when it was at 19,000, the highest it was ever at, and gave the money to this Peru adventure.
But in addition to that, I've been buying. So I bought waves in like August or September when they were $5 each, and then I bought like 350 of them, and then they went up to 15. So I tripled my investment, and then sold like 90% of it to fund a bunch of these other ones that have since been going up. If you read the trends, you can look at like the market lines. You see it's really, and then you're like, why is that one so? And you read about them online. You're like, it's like a new social economy that's making sure that all the crocodiles are safe. That and it happens, and you're like, wow. And it's like open source, and it's the code is free or whatever. And it's like, and one of the investors is Jack Ma. So like, look at Tron, TRX, probably the best long-term investment you could make right now. It's 3.3 cents each. There's twice as many of them as there are at Ripple. The guy, Justin Sun, the developer of Tron, used to work for Ripple. Jack Ma is investing in this company. He's the richest guy in China. He runs Alibaba, which is the Chinese Amazon.com. Jack Ma is totally into Tron. Go for Tron. It's 3.4 cents. You're not going to make any money on it in the next 2 weeks. But if you buy 50,000 of those right now, in a couple of years, you'll probably be able to send your kids to college. Tron, Justin Sun. Look for video of Justin Sun online. He does like live streaming chats where he talks about Tron and it's basically Bitcoin and Ethereum together. So Bitcoin is a great transactory token, but it can't, and it can read like what happened in the network. I think, okay, fuck, I don't want to mess this up. Basically, Ethereum can handle a lot more transactions than Bitcoin can, which is why Ethereum's superior in that way. But Bitcoin can reverse all the transactions that happened with it in reverse order. So it can like see everything where all the Bitcoin, but Ethereum doesn't do that. So as far as I know, and maybe you might want to double check this, but so Justin Sun basically took the best of both worlds. He can handle 60 times the transactions of Ethereum, and he can track back every movement on the network. So he's built this new network on the Tron network. Yeah, and spreading the word is how you push prices. I was talking to Bryce earlier. Spreading the word is how you push prices up. Is that legal? I was saying to Bryce, and he's like, yeah, as long as you don't work for that company. Which, by the way, Minds.com will be releasing an ICO. Full disclosure, I work for Minds.com. I should post a link to the Minds.com blog, actually. Oh no, maybe that would be taking it over the edge. Yeah, well, I mean, whether or not it's supposed to be visible publicly to everybody is up to you. I think voting should be visible publicly to everybody, but encrypted. So no one can see who you voted for, but you can see that your vote is being tallied as you put it in. So you'd have like a barcode that you could go to the website and scan it and be like, yeah, that's my vote. Blockchain, baby. 2020 is the year of the blockchain vote, and all we got to do is get enough people to do it. We don't need to have any law. It doesn't matter. All we need is like 50 million people to vote on the blockchain. Do a legit blockchain vote. 300,000. If we get half of the U.S. to do it, I mean, that's easy enough. Got a little sidetracked there talking about Trons because I have 57,000 of them. I should tell you about that ahead of time. So here's what I did when I fucked up when I got started. So when you're going to invest, if you're going to start investing, think long-term, short-term, medium-term. There's 3 ways to look at it, and there's probably way more than 3, but you can break it down to 3 pretty easy. Short-term, 1 to 2 days. Medium-term, 3 to 5 weeks. Long-term, 6 months. So I went in and spread up a bunch of my money amongst long-term investments like a fucking douche because I played so much World of Warcraft. I could just go churn more gold and just keep investing. I can make more potions and keep investing. I'm going to read what you just typed, my friend, or whoever just typed that. Sorry. It fades fucking away. I need a bigger monitor. So I put all this money in long-term, and then Ripple explodes, and I'm like, well, I have all these long-term investments that are down 5%. And I had to sell a bunch of them to buy the Ripple. So, lesson learned. But I think Ripple's the right medium-term investment. Dude, I was a Night Elf Druid, man. I mean, Night Elf Druid, #1. I also like the Human Mage, but the Night Elf Druid, right? Aren't we all Night Elf Druids? Okay, this missing says Ethereum's also blockchain, but It has its own programming language built in, which allows it to handle much more than financial transactions. For example, you can do contracts on Ethereum. Exactly. Yeah, Ripple's pretty basic, but there's a lot of banks behind Ripple, which is why it got the bump today and why I've been talking about it, I guess. Ethereum may be actually a superior technology. I mean, they're the top 3 market cap right now. Even then, I don't even think Ethereum's the right medium term because other stuff's coming out that's better than Ethereum. Like Cardano has the ADA, which is like 3rd generation, and it's only 54 cents right now. Granted, I think it might be proprietary though. I'm not 100% sure on that. Can someone check that, or maybe someone? Oh, you're a Night Elf Druid too, Tiffaruru. Yeah, that's why we're drawn. Maybe that's why we're drawn to each other. Night Elf Druids, dude. As if a druid's not. I'm not gonna judge. Druid healing, you know, being able to kill viscerally from behind, and also being able to heal someone. 2 of the most important abilities in real life. Do you guys want to? I just talked about killing people as if that was something that was good, so maybe I've talked too long. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about? This is my acting gig, Phoenix. What about you? I mean, yeah, I've totally redefined the word acting. I'm talking about going literal in 2018. No, I was just talking about Guild Wars. My friends tricked me into buying it a couple years ago. I'm still burned by it. I'm not really, but in the realm of like I only have 20 to 60 bucks to spend on video games right now. I was burned by the fact that they were like, hey, Ian, get Guild Wars, Steve and Shannon. I was like, yeah? They're like, get Guild Wars 2. It's amazing, dude. It's amazing. Amazing. Got it. A week later, they stopped playing. A week fucking later, dude. And I wasn't well off. Could have invested it in Bitcoin. All right, guys. I feel like this said a lot of stuff. Do you have anything you want to say? Because I'm going to get some more wine. Oh yeah, if you can't tell, my place is incredibly clean right now. This is how I live. This is how I live. I'm grunge, man. I'm a shaman. I'm poisoned, constantly drained. This is why you haven't heard a lot from me in 5 years, because I'm living in a state of filth. Basically, I'm just absorbing this negative decadence. I don't know how to, but like I'm learning how to heal. When I'm super healthy, it's super easy to heal people. So it will have its reward, and it is having its reward. Yeah. Oh, dude, you guys are fucking awesome, man. Followed you for 11 years. I gotta read the comments out loud. What kind of wine? I'll show you. It was from my landlord. I set it outside my house. All right, guys. Yeah, we've been at it for a long time, you guys. So it's been about 11 years. We started in 2006. And with a mission to help the world. So shit got haywire when I felt like too many people were responding and I wasn't able to get back to everybody, and people started to get mad, and I was I was really getting emotional with people. Like I was really like, listen, we can connect on an emotional level. You can do it with anyone. I was doing it with people I meet on the street, doing it on video, a lot of responses. But then it got like Daxter, Thomas, got so mad at me. He got so mad. Like people got so mad. Like they were one. I was like, I know this madness. I've lived this life before. When you like touch people and then you're not there for them, it's, you know, so that didn't seem like the right way. So 11 years later, the technology's better. So we can do this easier. And yeah, but I mean, Thomas, you know, people are born, however, but I'm just saying that's out there in so many levels, you know, it's not about, thank you guys so much for coming. It's not like any one person, but that, for instance, a very public thing that happened was when me and Thomas were yelling at each other, and I was just like, you know what, dude, do you really dislike me? Like, what are we talking about right now? What the fuck's going on? I'm trying to help people. I figured building the system is better, because it's not about me, it's not about us, it's not about the individual, although you're the important part of building a system, but you want it when your body's not there for the system to be the right system. So changing politics so that like the president is obsolete. We don't need a president. We need a system where people can communicate properly and effectively and like vote for local issues. I've written up like a Tinder type app where you can create your own law that you want to put into local, and then people can like say yes, no, go to their app votes and like look at all their votes, and if they want to like a Reddit style thing, up vote, down vote, like what laws they like, if they want to add a video to a vote, make a comment on a comment, you know. And then we just vote locally, and you can put like what percentage of your income on a slider bar. How much do you want for each law? Do you want like 21% of your income, or like, or of your tax or whatever? Like, how much your tax do you want to go to each thing? And maybe you could all vote to decide if you want minimum tax bars for everything, where like you have to have 6.2% into this, you know, and that could be like a big deal. 6.2% of your taxes went into something. I don't know. Military seems like a big budget, but at least we could do this on a local level to start. Thank you guys so much. I think all these comments are going to save on the YouTube video, which makes it even better. So I'll be able to go back and read all the comments, but I'm not in the middle of it with you like I used to be, and I should be on every step of this, man. Dude, you guys, I'm ready. Whatever needs to happen, I'm ready. So I think the ideal of everyone doing well might be the wrong way. That is how I talk, and it inspires a lot of people, but maybe it's the wrong method. But like everyone, where does that cut off? Brain dead people, cats, trees, like what's everyone? You know, like, so, you know, so I don't want to over talk it, man. You guys know, you know, everyone's doing their own part. Stay healthy, stay aligned, do something good for someone. I agree with you, Paul. Everyone can win. And use magic. Okay, I'll get back into the magic stuff, but it is a little psychotic, but I think it's the evolution of humanity as we're starting to learn, like, telepathy. So that's also, I'm like, do I have to be the psycho? But I think we're just learning how to, like, actively. It's super easy. Just clear your mind and say the words in your thoughts instead of out loud, and it has a different impact. And you'll notice people be like, some people are like, and then when you tell them what you're doing, they're like, so, all right, I'll, oh, wait, and one last question. Do you think you can make cryptocurrency investing a replacement for your acting work? Yes. Yeah, I've noticed that. I put like 12 hours in and made 30% on my investment, but it's exhausting because I have to study. And the shit you studied yesterday changes from day to day. So you have to restudy all the stuff you studied yesterday. And it's exhausting. It's a lot of work. So I'm thinking about midterm investing. That's why I'm on Ripple right now. I'm thinking like 2 to 6 months. I just want to put it down and walk away, play video games, hang out with my friends, do stuff. I'm going to Peru for 2 weeks. I don't want to have to day trade because when it is a big job. And if something goes wrong in that job, man, that is annoying as fuck. I think you mean black, dude. Tipping each other, that's the future too. Man, when we can do that with crypto. And I'll be sending you mean black dude tokens for a discount or something. It is worth it. It's worth it financially, but emotionally it is draining. So yeah, you can, if you study the trends of crypto, let me show you actually. So here's my screen, and I would be like here. Wait, that's my email. Okay. This is where I go. I go to the coin market cap. Here's a bunch of trends. Everything's fucking down right now. Except for, you know, Ripple's up 115%. Can you guys see all that? Anyway, I go here, I look at this. This is what I wanted to show you. And then I'm going to go to the market cap. Oh my God. I might need a new computer. Look at this. So you see these. You can just scroll down, look at all like 1,000 of them. Look at that. Buzz out. It shot up. Never buy when it's up, they say. Except when it's right here and I didn't buy. Because it was up and it kept going up. So sometimes you buy when it's up. Ripple, if it goes up, buy it. At least for the next 2 or 3 days. So I go to here, I look at all this, I study these trends. You see what's up, what's down. You don't want to buy what's up, generally. You play it like blackjack, you can pretty much win every time. Like, look how down Dash is right now. Dash is about to go crazy. Dash is going to go up to 1,600. So Dash is a great purchase. Bitcoin Gold, totally abused. It's kind of useless, but it's cheap as fuck. So Bitcoin Gold might be a good 2 week. I avoid that shit right now, but it's so down, I could be wrong because I'm not the best investor. Neo was up, it's down. So a lot of people, it goes up. If you buy, you're fucked because everyone's going to sell. Everyone that bought right here is about to make 5 times their money. So don't buy when stuff goes up, even though it's enticing. And sometimes you do because the rules are broken in investing, and the best investors will break the rules. So in addition to this, I look at my wallet, which I can show you. Okay, I don't know if I can just log in. I'll show you my Binance wallet, which I think is automatically logged in. Yeah. So okay, I told you I put $400 in, bought, sold. I've got about 7,000 right now in cryptocurrency, which I guess is like telling you my age. But so you go here. So I have this. It shows you how much value in Bitcoin everything is worth. So I have like 59,000 trons worth 0.144 Bitcoins. 612 Ripple, 0.104 Bitcoins. And then up here gives you calculation of how much that Bitcoins translate to in cash right now. That could change. So the value of Bitcoin is changing, and you want, if you're going to sell it and buy something else, it doesn't matter what the value of Bitcoin is. But if you're going to sell out and cash out, you want the value of Bitcoin to be high, or you want the value of your transactory currency to cash to be high. So if you're going to sell out for Ethereum or Litecoin, you want to make sure it's not dipping when you're selling out. And ideally, it's dipping when you're buying in. And basically, I take these two numbers. I watch, well, see the better one. Okay, I got to type something up, so hang with me for a second. I'm going to have to enter some data. Yeah, effect. If it changes fast if you're day. Okay, sorry, disconnect. Sorry about that. Thanks for being patient. I assume that it's still recording. Is that good? Good. Okay, you can see me again. Thank you. Yeah. So I want to show you this. This is the real-time transactor thing that is really cool. So in addition to watching market cap and the trends, you can see literally like a real-time shift if you refresh this stuff. And there's other sites that, oh, let me show you. And so basically I take like, so for instance, if Bitcoin drops, like just plummets, sell all your shit. Well, that was last week. All right, I think I told you guys everything I need to tell you. Anything else? Just kidding. That was like what a character in a movie would have said. If I was being nice, I wouldn't have said it. I just would have been chilling here. Okay. Good things coming. There are... The best thing. Tell me right now, what's the best thing we can do? Collectively and individually, each of us. So there could be two answers. Or am I supposed to be the one giving you advice because I'm the one speaking out loud? Okay, meditate. And when you respond in your mind, but how long? Remember, time is an illusion. Effect, that's a brilliant piece of advice with the vegetables. Worship the chlorophyll molecule. I have particularly a stew that I made for Christmas that I'm looking forward to digging back into at some point tonight. It's a lentil based with tomato, carrots, the vegetable list goes on and on. Went over to Carrie Reinigel's house and had a huge Christmas festival party for like 3 days. It was incredible. These people are phenomenal that I hang out with. I want to introduce you to them all. All of them. These people should be the most famous people in the world. Some of the best singers I've ever met in my life. Desmond Meeks, he's a superstar. He was just signed with Sony. Check him out. He's incredible. These people are amazing. Jason Page wrote the theme song to Pokemon. He's one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. These people need to be some of the most famous people in the world. So I love you. I will see you later. Say something. You can say something else, but I have to stop it. Sorry.